A baby was born at 36 weeks. When his mother carried him, she was shocked. My heart is broken, Mum, 27, shares face-down photo of her stillborn son and urges other women to get the simple medical exam that could have saved his life. A 27-year-old mother has spoken of her struggle after the birth of her 36-week-old baby, knowing he would be stillborn. Brooke Campbell, from Brisbane, nearly died after losing more than 1.7 liters of blood when she suffered massive bleeding in the early hours of August 28. But after being taken to the hospital, the young woman completely collapses when the obstetrician discovers that baby Darcy is no longer being beaten. Young mum Brooke Campbell, of Brisbane, shared a heartbreaking photo of herself cuddling her stillborn son Darcy at the hospital on August 28. The mother, pictured with husband Elliot, 34, and their 2-year-old son Noah, held Darcy before his tragic death at 36 weeks. What is placental abruption? Placental abruption means the placenta has separated from the uterine wall, either partially or completely. This can cause bleeding in the mother and may interfere with the baby's supply of oxygen and nutrients. The cause is unknown in most cases, but risk factors may include maternal hypertension, abdominal trauma, and substance abuse. Without prompt medical treatment, severe placental abruption can have serious consequences for the mother and her unborn baby, including death. I looked at the ultrasound screen and saw Darcy's body hanging inside of me, Campbell told Daily Mail Australia. There are no words but painful and a vivid image in my mind that I will never forget. It's too late to do anything because he's already gone. The cause of her unborn son's death was placental abruption, which occurs when the placenta separates from the uterus. The placenta has just ruptured from the uterine wall, causing Darcy to go into cardiac arrest. Died from lack of oxygen. I was in complete shock and couldn't believe it. But I knew while waiting for the ambulance at home how much blood and clots I was missing and that I couldn't feel it. Something was very wrong. The infant was born dead, leaving his parents and 2-year-old brother a few moments to form memories of him in candid photos. A distraught mother was taken to the maternity ward where she had to deliver her baby, knowing he would be stillborn. She totally broke down after the obstetrician found that baby Darcy wasn't hitting. Husband Elliot, Wright, fell to the ground crying hysterically after Brooke shared the devastating news. Her husband Elliot, 34, was taking their bags from the ambulance when she told him the tragic news. I still remember the look on Elliot's face when he entered the room and I said, "Darcy's gone, he doesn't have a heartbeat," she recalls. He just said, "No, you're wrong, how does this happen?" He fell to the ground crying hysterically. He took it really badly. 3 nurses helped him get back on his feet. Darcy looked healthy and beautiful except he didn't cry like a newborn. He just looked like he was asleep, which shattered my heart into many pieces because I just wanted him to gasp and take his first breath. The infant was stillborn, leaving his parents and his 2-year-old brother with a few moments to build memories of him in candid photographs. The infant was stillborn, leaving his parents and his 2-year-old brother with a few moments to build memories of him in candid photographs. The hospital offered us as much time with Darcy as we wanted, so we spent the whole of Monday and Tuesday with him, Ms. Campbell said. Little Noah planted a kiss on his baby brother. He even got to stay in our room with a bassinet which had a cooling system that was also provided, but I'd refused to let him go. I cuddled him on my chest all night with my arms wrapped around him. I woke up many times that night just to cuddle, kiss and silently cry, trying not to wake Elliot up. Cradling the tiny boy in her arms for the final time, Miss Campbell was comforted by her husband as little Noah planted a tender kiss on his stillborn sibling. He was wrapped and placed on my chest. It was a beautifully tragic time, she said. I had such a roller coaster of crazy emotions because it just wasn't fair that he wasn't alive. He was so healthy. He looked perfect and just like Noah, which made it harder. Noah was very gentle with him but was confused why the baby wasn't moving. He's still too young to understand, but he kissed Darcy a lot when he met him in hospital. I was holding Darcy so tightly and sobbing. My heart felt like it was shattered beyond repair. Ms. Campbell said she wanted to raise awareness about the dangers and the possibility that people, including pregnant women and men, could be carrying the genes without knowing. The 27-year-old mother showing off her glowing baby bump weeks before the tragic news. Little Noah, aged 2, was bracing for the arrival of his younger brother Darcy. Ms. Campbell held a baby shower before she discovered her baby no longer had a heartbeat. Her blood test found Ms. Campbell had a rare clotting, genetic disorder called factor V Leiden, which affects 1 in 20 to 25 people. If this test was to become mandatory during pregnancy for all women, then I would not have lost my healthy, beautiful son, she said. The test informs you if you have factor V Leiden, and then you can have injections throughout pregnancy to prevent suffering a placental abruption. The family spent 2 days building memories with their son Darcy. Women just need to have the option there to get tested for this disorder, otherwise they may hold the gene and be risking the life of their unborn baby, themselves and future grandchildren. After finding the strength to tell her story, Ms. Campbell said she wanted to raise awareness about the dangers and the possibility that people, including pregnant women and men, could be carrying the genetic disorder without knowing. The pain and suffering we endured through the past 6 weeks are just horrendous, and no parent should ever have to bury their healthy child, she said. I don't want people to risk their own lives or the lives of their unborn children, so I just want to get the message across: this disorder does exist. It's common and no one even really knows about it until it's too late. We didn't even know what it was until we got the results back after Darcy had passed away. Ms. Campbell said she's grateful to have her son Noah by her side as he has helped her through. The family paid tribute to their son Darcy after he died at 36 weeks inside his mother's womb. Ms. Campbell said she wanted to raise awareness about the dangers and the possibility that people, including pregnant women and men, could be carrying the genes without knowing. For other women who have suffered a stillbirth, Ms. Campbell said, you don't have to be strong, but get the support you need. Talk to friends and family about your loss. Keeping it bottled up inside will just make it worse, she said. I didn't leave the house for a few weeks after because I was too much of an emotional wreck talking about what happened, so I waited until I thought I could. I would be totally put off if Darcy was our first child, but we are lucky to already have our son Noah to distract us and get us up each morning. I am keeping positive by telling myself, I will have another baby or two in the future and I will get my rainbow baby. I know Darcy would want me to be happy, and for me to grieve is to get pregnant again sooner rather than later. The family's photographer Natasha Thulser has vowed to double donations to little Darcy's legacy on the Bears of Hope campaign.